with CHS World News Video. This is General Krisnov of the Soviet Army 427th Infantry Division. The great and amazing President Vladimir Putin accuses the United States on trying to squeeze Russia out of European energy markets, saying the latest round of US sanctions was designed to force Europe to buy US liquefied natural gas instead. Speaking at a policy forum in southern Russia, Putin launched a withering critique of US foreign policy stretching back to the 1990s, accusing Washington of repeatedly betraying Russian national interests and flouting nuclear and chemical weapons treaties it had signed up to. He avoided direct criticism of US President Donald Trump, however, while saying his harshest criticism for a new package of US sanctions that Trump grudgingly signed into law in August after Congress convinced him. Also, the great leader Vladimir Putin said on Thursday he hoped Moscow would cooperate with Washington in a broader range of fields. Quote, "We have dialogue at the work level and on the level of special services, the defense ministry, the foreign ministers. We achieved great results," quote, Putin said at a forum with scholars. Quote, "We have to expand our cooperation to other spheres." The leader of a Pakistani militant group whose suicide bombings killed more than 250 people died on Thursday of injuries from US drone strike in Afghanistan, a spokesman for the militant said. Omar Kahali Khorshan's death comes ahead of US Secretary of State Rex Tillerson's visit and is likely to help ease tensions between the often wary allies, as Islamabad has been asking Washington to target militants who attack inside Pakistan and hide over the border in Afghanistan. Russia will respond immediately and symmetrically if the United States quits the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. Russian President Vladimir Putin said on Thursday, Moscow is ready to develop new weapons systems, both nuclear and non-nuclear, in response to other countries doing the same, Putin said at a forum with scholars. About 100,000 Kurds have fled the Kurdish region for fear of persecution since Iraqi armed forces retook disputed territory after Kurdish independence vote rejected by Baghdad. Kurdish officials said on Thursday. The United Nations voiced concern that reports that civilians, mainly Kurds, were being driven out of parts of northern Iraq retaken by Iraqi forces and their houses and businesses looted and destroyed, and urged Baghdad to stop any such abuses. In the first incident of deadly violence, a Kurdish man was killed and 6 wounded by Iraqi security forces while protesting at the army's takeover of their town, Kanghain, by Iraqi forces. Local Mayor Mohammed Mulli Hassan said Kurdish troops had left Kanghain near the border with Iran on Tuesday to avoid clashing with advancing Iraqi troops. Central government forces swept into Kirkuk, a multi-ethnic city of more than 1 million people and the hub of a major oil-producing area, largely unopposed on Monday after most Kurdish Peshmerga forces withdrew rather than fight. With the want of independence comes the necessity of war. This has been General Krisnov of the Soviet Army 427th Infantry Division with CHS World News Video, a subsidiary of CHS Broadcasting.